Josh, what do you have for us?
Bring us home with a good one.
I don't think we can make this one controversial, but we'll see.
Oh, I bet we can.
We've
It's
been,
us. I
we've
bet we
been
can take
Give
doing
me
it
45
well.
seconds.
Yes.
I mentioned how I enjoy psychology today. I like psychology in general, and I also enjoy us on the podcast team getting to know each other better, and our viewers getting to know us better, and the opportunity to get to know you guys better. I'm addressing you guys as if we have viewers,
But we don't. Zero.
Our imaginary viewers.
but it is the opportunity to talk with you guys in the comments section and hear more about what you guys are like. So my topic today is birth order psychology. And this is something that I really find interesting. I first learned about it in, I think, some family class in high school. But I wanna see how accurate these things are to you guys, because we've got a firstborn child, an only child. I'm a baby of my family, and Logan has kind of a different family situation that we can look at. He's sort of like a middle-ish.
Kind of middle. See, the problem is, like, so, I mean, to my dad, I was, like, the second child. So I was kind of a middle child. But to my mom, I was the firstborn. Whereas then later in my life, I lived with my grandparents for like 5 years. I was treated as the third child. So it's like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
So you would be an interesting case study.
Yeah,
We'll
You
just
would
see.
be. You'd be an interesting case study for a lot of cases.
In general.
Okay.
My laptop's super close to dying, so I hope we can get these out. First, we'll start with Wyatt, who's the firstborn. This says, firstborns are likely to be natural leaders, high achievers, organized, on time, know-it-alls, bossy, responsible, adult pleasers, and obeyers of the rules. How accurate is that?
Most of that's accurate?
Really?
Definitely the organized part is accurate.
Oh, yeah, definitely the organized part. Let me tell you. I want to be organized.
I
I'm
think.
bad at it.
Are you organized in a messy way? Because that's how I am.
Yeah.
Like, you know where everything
My
is.
games are in alphabetical order, but
Yeah.
There you go.
they're
That's
all
something.
falling over because
You know where your stuff is, but no one else who looks at it can tell where your stuff is.
exactly.
That's how I am. But,
And nobody believes that that's organized.
well, ridiculous people don't believe that's organized. People
Yeah.
who don't get us.
Yeah. Clean folk.
I agree with you.
Clean.
It's organized chaos, is what it is.
True.
That's the
That
term
is true.
I've heard used. So is that decently accurate?
That's pretty
Did I
accurate.
read anything that you don't think is accurate? I don't think you're bossy.
No.
You're not a bossy person. I think those are pretty accurate. You're responsible. You do obey the rules. You and me both. We've talked
I obey
about
the
this.
rules, but
You obey the
responsible.
rules. You're responsible enough.
True.
You
You're
stayed out
responsible in
past
some
2
ways.
a.m. and didn't get drunk, impregnated, or dead.
It is true.
So you're pretty,
Or high.
pretty
so,
responsible. Or
man.
high. Yeah.
Yeah. Only child.
All right.
This one's the most interesting. to
This
me,
one's gonna
I
be
think.
rough because only kids get a bad rep about so much.
Not always. Listen to this.
All right.
Close to parents. Good self-control. Leader. Mature. Dependable. But also demanding.
Time out.
He has
Time
a
out.
timeout.
Time out. This man is not mature.
Or dependable.
Yeah.
You're fairly mature.
He's kind of mature. I
You're
mean,
about some things.
about
Yeah.
some things.
About
Fair.
some things.
Fair. I'll give you that one.
I
I'll
enjoy
give
a
you
good
that.
your mama joke slightly more than the average human. But
We're college male stuff, so
that's fair.
the
That's fair.
demographic has to come
That's
into
fair.
play there. Where was I? Dependable, but demanding, unforgiving, private, and sensitive. How
Are you a
accurate?
sensitive guy, Zach?
I am a sensitive guy, but I don't let it show very much.
Can I just state that I heard dependent, and I said he's definitely not dependable, but I meant dependent.
That's funny.
Dependable is true.
I think that's mostly true.
I would say so. Knowing you.
Close to parents, It's probably the least true one.
Really?
I thought you're close to your dad.
I'm really close with my dad.
Okay.
Not close to my mom for a specific reason. But I'm pretty close with my dad. So yeah, I would say that is mostly accurate. Pretty good representation of me, I think.
Yeah. I would say you are definitely mature and dependable and private in a lot of ways.
Private in a lot of ways. Definitely demanding. Sometimes I feel really bad about that.
Really?
A lot of the times I'm quite demanding, quite frequently. You don't have to shake so emphatically.
Such as that.
I
Very
try to
demanding.
forgive people pretty well.
So I guess we can start doing this. I forgot to do this with Wyatt.
I have
how do you guys hypothesize that birth order plays a role in these characteristics? Like, as a firstborn child or as an only child, how does this justify these characteristics?
Well, I mean, can I
You're up
say
first.
something?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I don't even think it has to do with the role in which the children are born. I think it has, well, I do think it has to do with the role in which the children are born, but I think it's the way the parents handle the situation based on their previous experiences.
Yeah.
Like, you see what I'm saying?
That's true.
Like, with my grandparents, I was the last child. I was, I was treated differently. I was treated a bit more stricter because they had some years and things at that point because they hadn't had a child in, I don't know, I would have been 12, so like 12 years there hadn't been a kid in their house. No, less than that because my uncle's not that much older than me. But anyways, but then with my dad never had a very close relationship with his first son.
Mm-hmm.
So even though I was technically the middle child, to my mom and my dad both, I would say they treated me like the oldest child. They always expected more from me. They always treated me like, but by the same token, I got away with anything I wanted. Because they were like, oh, he's the oldest, he wouldn't do that, whatever.
I'm curious, Zach. I've also heard of only children that, as kids, they can be bad at sharing. Did you ever remember
heard that
having
too.
a problem?
I don't think I had that problem, but I spent a lot of time in the house of a family with 3 kids. My best friend Landon, growing up, I was in his house constantly, and it was 3 kids, so we shared stuff all the time and at school. So I don't think I had a problem sharing. Yeah, but that's my view of it. They could have thought I was a total jerk the whole time. We will never know.
No.
But yeah.
Okay, so I'm the babby in my family. I was born last. And for me, this says risk taker, outgoing, creative, self-centered, financially irresponsible, competitive, bored easily, likes to be pampered, and sense of humor. Those are mostly negative.
Those are mostly not true about you.
Some things are true. Josh is super competitive.
He
I
is
am.
super competitive.
Josh is
I wanna win.
he is super financially responsible, though.
I didn't
Josh,
used
you
to be.
Are
don't-
you financially
That's fine.
responsible, or are you just really, really cheap?
Josh just doesn't spend money, which I
Listen,
think
yeah.
is the
I
same
think
thing
that's
as
responsible.
spending,
In
not
high
being
school,
responsible.
I spent so much money,
Is that why you have all the guitars?
and now I am overcorrecting by being super, whatever you call it,
You
cheap,
need,
frugal.
yeah, you went to both extremes. You need to find some middle ground, Josh.
Okay.
I would like to notify that my laptop just died right after I got done reading those things, but I do want to get to Logan's thing, but we can keep talking. I wouldn't say I'm self-centered. I hope I'm
No,
not.
you're not
You're
self-centered.
very
Um,
You
person-centric.
I try to
actually.
be. It said bored easily,
I think kind of.
maybe.
Okay.
You
Can I
can
just-
you can marathon suits pretty much all day and not get bored.
Can marathon suits all day.
Can I just point out on the competitive thing? We went to shoot hoops last night. It's not gonna turn into a game. And we played a game like immediately.
Well, you started guarding me. on my
I came up
shots.
one time to just like put my hand up, and then
I
after
was like,
that you were
okay,
like, all right, I'm in.
I've got to guard him now because he guarded me. So then we just started. We easily
we're both
transitioned to a
competitive.
game.
Josh is super competitive.
About everything.
Yes. Birth order psychology. So, yes, I'm competitive. I would not say off the bat I'm financially responsible like you guys tried to say. Like I said, I used to be really irresponsible, and I'm trying to counteract that. Also, do you guys know anything about Myers-Briggs
Yes.
personality
Yep.
inventories? I'm INFJ, which is also characterized as financially irresponsible. So I'm like trying to doubly overcorrect on that.
So you're like super overcompensating on your financial responsibilities.
This says outgoing. Not usually. It depends, I would say. I think I'm more outgoing this year as an RA than I was last year as a freshman, because outgoing is part of my job this year.
You're being forced to
true.
be outgoing.
It's not as much that I'm being forced, it's that I like that I have a little bit of authority. And from a place of authority, I don't feel as nervous that people judge me so much. It's the same as when I work with middle schoolers. I really like working with nonprofit organizations that help mentor middle schoolers. I am super outgoing with those kids because, I feel like they're not going to just judge me like my peers will. But
So
I'm
you
not
like
usually
the authority
outgoing.
over them.
It's not even the authority. I feel like it's a safeguard against people rejecting me, I guess.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if it's a trust issue thing or if I'm just shy. I definitely am shy, but that is a thing. Likes to be pampered. Who doesn't like to be
Exactly.
Everybody likes to be pampered.
Come on. Sense of humor. I don't know if I'm funny. I think I'm funny.
It's funny looking.
Oh,
Give
Fair.
you that one. I'll
Got
give
it.
you that one.
You're
Fair.
funny. I think you're funny.
Risk taker for sure. I was born a gambling man.
is that
Nope.
part of your
Is that part of your-
financial
yeah.
responsibility?
Yeah, and it sucks because gambling's not allowed here.
I was gonna say we're not taking Josh to any casinos.
No.
I don't want to go. I don't go to casinos or anything. Of course, I've been to Vegas. Didn't want to touch a casino because those places are terrible and depressing, and people lose their lives savings over that crap. But you were talking about the competitive side. I like to make bets on stuff, even if it's just a fun, no money like bet. I just like to wager things, and that's part of me. I don't know why. It's always been a thing. Middle child. You will be our.
Our token middle child.
At least we have kind of
For
all of them
diversity's sake.
represented here.
But like,
Just be our middle child.
Let's see how accurate this is,
Okay.
and then go from there. Flexible, easygoing.
Wait, time out.
I'm not very
You're
flexible.
not
Physically
flexible
or-
in any way.
I think I would say.
Josh is treading carefully.
We all want to imagine Logan being physically flexible
No, we
because
don't.
it's fun.
I don't want to.
No, we don't.
But for the sake of this conversation, I think it definitely means like psychologically and or socially flexible. We'll say that. That's what we'll take it as.
Okay, time in.
Social, peacemakers, independent, secretive, may feel life is unfair, strong negotiator, and generous.
That's somewhat accurate, I think.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of those were accurate. You're a social person for sure.
I am a social person.
I'd say you're easygoing most
yes,
time.
most of the time.
Unless someone wakes you up.
Oh my gosh, don't wake him up.
No.
Don't wake him up.
Or if you
Never.
try to, I'm pretty authoritative, and if you try to go against me,
This is true.
I don't handle it well.
No,
It
you
just
true.
it turns into a shower of the word no, just said very loudly and very frequently.
You're getting better about it because we've kind of talked about it.
Yeah.
But it's a thing. But we all can be that way sometimes. We're strong-headed people. But anyways, secretive.
Yeah.
You're very secretive.
Yeah.
About most things.
Yeah. Like, it's not to the point where I think you're keeping stuff, like, and I don't trust you. It's that you like to keep your stuff, and you like other people to keep their stuff, their stuff. Like, you don't ask me about my business a lot.
No.
But we're roommates, and so sometimes I ask you, like, what's going on in your life? And you're like, oh, you know,
Yeah.
everything or nothing. And I don't know, it's just kind of funny, but I think that's true. Peacemaker?
Uh,
No.
Nope.
More
No.
like Peace Crusher.
I fight fire with fire.
Yeah,
You do.
you fight insults with insults.
Yeah.
You fight anything with fire.
You just fight.
It's funny though.
It is. It's not bad.
I have called you a supervillain
You have on
since the
multiple,
first month I knew you.
That's
on
incredible.
multiple occasions.
Because you have fun by antagonizing people
Oh,
and
it's
making
the
people
best.
uncomfortable. And these are not peacemaking qualities.
No.
Not at all.
I think if I had to, I could, but I don't want to.
Yeah.
If I have to, I would do it, but for the most, like, if it comes to, like, a bad situation, I will make peace, but unless it comes to that, nah.
So, Logan, our interesting case study, does he fall into this middle category best, middle child category, or do you think he falls into other categories better? Or are these categories even relevant, or should we throw them out the window?
I don't know. That somewhat fit you. I think aspects of that, and you said you're also kind of an older child.
Yeah.
I think aspects
Yeah.
of Wyatt also fit you pretty well.
Yeah, I could see that.
Or of Wyatt's category, not of Wyatt's
Yeah.
person. Not
So,
that.
overall, were these kind of accurate? Or were they too
think so.
vague to be...
I think they were
Well,
somewhat accurate.
I
Yeah.
think the whole thing is, like, it's kind of like the, astrological signs thing.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
That's-
it's
yeah, that's
super, it's worded to where, like,
Yeah.
it,
Like literally anybody
you're
fits
going,
it.
if you try to dig down deep, you'll probably find some piece. I think this is a little bit better because we can usually see actual instances.
Yeah.
Whereas the astrological thing, it's like, it's super vaguely worded, and you're like, yeah, I mean, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of these things we can trace back to actual things
Yeah.
that are things.
Yeah.
Right.
Astrology, on the other hand, no offense to our astrology lovers, it's
false.
not a science.
It's fake.
I still get astrological notifications on my Twitter every day, and I don't know how to turn it off.
Wow, that's a problem.
My
That is-
friend Andrew took my phone. Love you. Took my phone and signed me up for this thing like sophomore year when I first got Twitter. And every day since then, I have got a notification
Oh,
that's
gosh.
like, well, it's your horoscope. It's like, your Libra horoscope for the day is blah, 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 blah.
My girlfriend Abigail, in high school, signed up for cat facts on her
Oh,
cell phone,
no.
and so she would get random cat facts every day for years. And she came to find out last year in college that this cat facts thing she signed up for was not a real thing. It was just one of her friends back home, whose number she didn't have, just texted her
Every day.
cat
Every
facts
day?
every day.
And they were ridiculous too.
Yeah,
That is so beautiful.
For how long?
so long.
It was like 2 years.
Seriously?
Every day.
That's amazing.
She
That is
said
commitment.
she
Yeah.
said she started to get suspicious about it when they would come at like very sporadic times. Like sometimes it would be at noon, or sometimes it'd be like 10 at night, she would get a random cat fact of the day. And sometimes they were really outlandish, and we found out that this person just started making stuff up. Because
There are only so many facts you can know about a cat beyond one. They all are terrible.
that's good.
So, did Abigail
like
not
cats.
have this person's phone number?
She had it saved as cat facts.
That's amazing.
And she only got cat facts texts, so
facts.
they were cat facts to her.
Facts.
But it was
That
a
is
person.
so great.
That's phenomenal.
So,
It's probably a thing you mean to do for like a month, and then it just doesn't stop.
yeah. But anyway.
All right. Well, that was cool. I like that.
Yeah, it was
So,
great.
in the comments section, feel free to tell us where you stood in your birth order and what kind of things that means to you. Did it shape you? Did it not shape you? Were these things accurate? We're interested. No, I'm interested because I love psychology, and I want to know if this is science or if it's just pseudoscience. So I think that'd be cool to find out.
Okay, so here's the deal. It is currently
We have 13 minutes to get
12:46.
to
We
lunch.
have 13 minutes to go eat lunch.
Yeah, we do.
So,
For free.
here's the deal. We don't actually have a missions moment directly prepared. I'm super hungry, so we're going to go
I can say one real
leave
quick.
comments.
I have karma.
I'm hungry, Josh.
Okay.
Can we just film this later?
Go check out Knoxville Area Rescue Mission. They work with homeless people in Knoxville. They serve meals. They do all sorts of stuff. They have thrift shops that they use to raise money. Check them out online. They have a website at karm.org. So,
We'll have a link in the description.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching, listening. Bye.
see ya.
Woo!